Jacqueline, welcome to the country. You've been over here before, I presume, checking on the shops. You've got 3 shops now in Ireland?
Yes, Cork, Dublin and Limerick. And Limerick as well.
The Dublin one, of course, beautifully positioned. That wasn't in any way an unfortunate choice of spot. How much do you know about the works of Patrick Pearse and the rest of the guys in the GPO in 1916? Were you a big fan of the work? Yeah?
It certainly caused a stir.
It certainly did, that's putting it mildly, with the filth and the nonsense. Going well over here? Is our appetite for you know...
Absolutely, it's been fantastic, yes. Really? Absolutely.
Yeah, you've wrought a kind of change, really, in the culture. Not necessarily just yourself, but it's been, especially in England, like, because when you started up the business, I think the shareholders or the board said, oh, no, women aren't interested in that kind of thing. Is that true?
Oh, definitely. It was such a man's world, and I actually went to a Tupperware party, and it was there that women were actually saying to me, you know, we'd really like to be able to buy sexy underwear and sex toys, but we don't want to go into a sex shop. So that's where the whole idea came from. But you're quite right, the board, which of course was all men...
Yeah, and they were the board of a porn industry company anyway. It wasn't like they were going, well, we're shocked by that. That's filth, for God's sake.
It was certainly very much a different company to what it is today.
Now, I always had, I think, because you said Tupperware parties there, in my head, I thought Tupperware was euphemism. I thought all Tupperware parties were just selling them. It was an enormous disappointment to me to find out that people actually just did buy Tupperware.
If you could combine those two things, if you could combine sex toys and something that'll keep lettuce fresh...
It begs the question, Dara, what were you taking your sandwiches to school in? Jesus, man, these taste weird.
So, how many do you do a year now, these,
of the parties?
Yeah.
I mean, coming up to Christmas, about 8,000 parties a week, so hugely popular.
That's a lot of rabbit you're shifting.
It certainly is.
I have to ask, you know, I've seen your range upstairs in your catalogue, and...
Oh, yeah, that's the first time you saw it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand there's lots of sexy women's stuff, but in truth, is this...
Excuse me, do you sell beard trimmers by any chance?
With actual...
Sorry, is that making a monkey noise?
It's making a monkey noise.
No, that's me.
You want to have that looked at?
I do.
Is that what the ladies are looking for? The little monkey thing on the end of the...
I can only speak for myself.
You're loving it.
You do... I'd say, like...
And you're doing so well.
Oh, no.
We do have a whole farmyard, by the way, so you don't have to just stop.
You have what?
We have sheep and horses and... There's a
I have to say, I'm sorry.
There's people watching in the rural community that have just switched on, thinking this is good. Things have changed.
Grania, I'm going out.
Is it something you'd introduce... You'd hardly introduce it on the first night. That'd be too soon to walk out in a monkey thong. I mean, that's... When you're getting to know somebody, you don't want to raise the game.
Thinking they know it all.
I don't. I'm asking the question here. I mean, this is clearly something within a relationship. You're going, will we invigorate it? Will we reinvigorate our now growing stale relationship with an elephant thong? I mean, what's the proportion? How much is it about being silly or funny, and how much is it about being sexy?
Oh, it's definitely a combination of both. I mean, Anne Summers is really fun. But also, if you want to spice up your sex life and feel sexy, there's that for you too.
How have you managed to change sort of the customer base from dirty old men to, you know, professional women who go in and want to buy what they want to buy, and they're not embarrassed to go in and ask for what they want?
I think because we're listening to women, and we've gone from 10% women going into our shops 20 years ago to 76% now going into the store. And I think because we're listening to women, and you know, we've changed the whole concept of the store so that women actually feel comfortable coming in. It's really just changing it from a sort of a backstreet, as you say, Raincoat Brigade image to a boutique.
76% women.
My next question is...
That is a great place to pick up women of loose virtue. That's where we should be, not in the nightclubs. What do you buy for yourself?
What does it say about women that they have to buy satisfaction like that?
What do you mean? Women that want to spice up their sex lives, they're empowered, aren't they?
They are empowered, but what does it say about...
I mean, I think it's just
making men redundant.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think, you know, if you're buying, you know, you mentioned the rabbit earlier, which is our most successful selling line. I mean, it should be a sharing experience if you've got a partner.
I can't compete with that. Mine doesn't do the twirly thing, so... I got nothing.
For the 12 people watching this as you don't know what the rabbit is, referred to a Sex and the City episode, it's a multi-use, many-speeded vibrator set.
Multi-use?
Yes.
I definitely wouldn't be stirring your tea with it.
Cappuccino, maybe.
Scrambled egg. Can I ask?
No. I think you're underestimating the power of the rabbit.
Jacqueline, have you heard that there's apparently Irish porn now? There's apparently...
Oh, the leper porn.
Leper porn. Apparently it's set in a cottage in a windy part of the west of Ireland.
Donegal.
Rainy... She don't know where... Do you know where Donegal is?
No.
Everybody's got one leg longer than the other. It ain't the most pretty place in the world. Do you think you'd sell Irish porn? Do you think there would be much of a market for it?
As a leprechaun?
As a leprechaun, maybe.
Well, what were the differences? So what were in terms of what you brought in here, what you sold here at the very, very start? Either because of the legal restrictions you had, or just in terms of the audience and the taste? What were the differences between England and Ireland?
It's interesting, actually, because when we opened the store in Dublin, we were sort of a bit concerned about how people might react, so we took it very sort of tame at the beginning, and of course we had people coming in saying, where are the vibrators? Where are the toys? Where's this? And
were they literally running and going, where are the vibrators? Jesus, whip! Come on! Where? They're in the back. Where on the back? Come on, have a time. Stick in the bag. Don't give me my change. I don't want my change. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. And then run out the door again.
10,000 people apparently went through. Is that right?
First day.
10,000 people went in the first day and opened in Dublin.
We don't have anything different here than we do in England. It's pretty much the same.
You should have in the north, because there's one in Belfast. There's an Anselm shop in Belfast, which amazed me because we're even more repressed down here.
Well done.
Yeah. We should sell PVC balaclavas and things. You know, just role-play games, you know. Oh, you be the cop. No, oh, that's a big truncheon.
You could sell maybe a specific red hand of Ulster.
Your father was involved in it. This is the second generation of... do you like the term sex industry, by the way?
Well, it is the sex industry, but we're not sex shops.
Okay, that's an interesting distinction. But you sell some pornography.
Of course.
Yeah, you sell sexual aids.
No, we don't sell pornography, but we sell sex toys.
You sell soft porn, don't you?
You mean like top shelf magazines? Yes, we have a few top shelf magazines and books.
Is that not pornography these days? I'm returning mine. I had no idea. What have I been knocking one out to?
There is a huge difference between the sex shop and...
Yeah, well, obviously between the hardcore stuff, the Soho stuff down, all that kind of stuff. But like,
did your father start this business?
Yes.
And then, was that not awkward kind of in the office, I would imagine? Because I imagine it's awkward working with your father at the best of times.
Yeah, but
when you're having to go, what do you think of this, Dad? It's the new range. That looks lovely, dear.
I guess so, but we've been doing this business now for so long.
Is it just very matter of fact?
I mean, I always think if it makes me laugh when we're looking at the product, then I know it's going to make our customers laugh. So, yeah, we have fun. I mean, it's a fun business to be in.
Who is Anne Summers?
Well, there isn't an Anne Summers. It was...
Damn it.
You're the second most successful female businesswoman in the UK.
Yes,
After the Queen.
So.
Yeah, she's quite good as well. With really different range.
Is she technically a busineswoman?
Nah, it was somebody else. Yeah. He just said it, I just ran with it.
Yeah, she said, what's this? Fuck him, sack him.
You'd presume she'd be able to do that. She's a queen, for Jesus' sake, you know what I mean? It'd be fairly bad.
She's a German bird married to a Greek. I bet the porn would be amazing.
There's no way of rescuing the tawdriness of this. Thank you very, very much for coming over and talking to us. Continued success with it all. If nothing else, changing the nature of the industry from being, as you said, slightly grubby into something, you know. I know we don't turn into an ad for the business, by the way, but nonetheless, it has changed the tenor of the whole sex industry. Not that you're involved in the sex industry, of course.
Maybe that's not the best way to dig yourself out.
Probably not. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen,